What I'm about to show you guys today is a great way to hide a redstone input. It's only one block wide and it uses an item you wouldn't normally think to use with redstone. What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome back to another Minecraft Redstone video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a hoe switch. Now, a hoe switch is actually very simple to use and understand. You take your hoe, you go ahead and turn some dirt into farmland, and it's going to end up pushing a block back on top of it and turning it back into regular dirt. And in the meantime, it actually ends up activating your redstone circuit. Now, I actually have this currently hooked up to a simple hopper T flip-flop. However, you can have this set up to pretty much whatever you want, and I'm going to be mentioning right now, this tutorial is going to be for the hoe switch itself. This is not going to be for anything hooked up to it, although I will go ahead and say I am going to be showing you guys a few examples a little bit later. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Now, in order to build your hoe switch, you're going to need a 1x4 area, and you're going to need to dig down 2 blocks. Now, this granite block right here is the exact spot where your input is going to be. This is where you're going to be tilling the soil. Now, the resources you're going to need are 4 building blocks, 2 redstone torches, 2 redstone repeaters, 1 sticky piston, 1 piece of dirt, and obviously you're going to end up needing some sort of hoe in order to activate it. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to go 1 block behind your input. Go ahead and place 2 building blocks just like this. Go ahead and place down a redstone torch off the side of this block, or you can place off the side of any other blocks or down the bottom. It doesn't really matter. You can go ahead and place your dirt above the redstone torch. Go ahead and place 2 repeaters back behind the piece of dirt. They should both turn on. Go ahead and place a block in front of the second repeater. This is going to end up being your output. Keeping that in mind. Go ahead and place a redstone torch on top of that. It should turn off. Go ahead and place a sticky piston facing in this direction in front of the redstone torch. And go ahead and put a block on the face of the repeater. And that is literally it. The entire circuit is all completely done. So now if we go ahead and test it, as you can tell, I till the soil and the piston extends and retracts. And it's back to regular dirt. And that is literally the entire circuit all completely done. It is really that simple. Now, I feel I need to explain exactly what's causing it to work the way it is. So, this redstone torch is powering this piece of dirt, which means these 2 repeaters are able to be turned on. However, when this gets turned into farmland, this becomes a transparent block, which means redstone does not pass through it. Therefore, these repeaters will turn off, which means this redstone torch will turn on, which means the piston will extend, and once that extends, the dirt is going to go from farmland back into regular dirt, which means redstone is going to pass through it once again, and the piston is going to retract. So I actually have them set up so that the repeaters are at full delay so that you guys get a better understanding of how it works. It's actually very simple to understand. Now, I have right here, as I mentioned, a couple of examples of what you can actually do with this. First off, I have this hopper T flip-flop just like over at the beginning. So basically what happens is when I go ahead and till the soil, the item is actually going to move between the 2 hoppers. Therefore, it's going to either give a constant on output or a constant off output. It's actually not too hard to understand. Now, say for example that you want to hook it up to something, say like a door or something. You do have to keep in mind that these repeaters, you are going to want to end up adjusting the repeater timing. So if I go ahead and set these to 1 tick of delay each, and I go ahead and do this, something like this is going to end up happening, and that's because of the way the pulse extender is set up. However, if you go ahead and set them to 2 ticks of delay, and I go ahead and do the same thing, it's actually going to stay completely open. It's not going to open and close like it did before. So when you build this, you have to keep in mind what you're hooking it up to and determine what the amount of ticks you are going to need from your repeater. So do some experimenting. No one solution is going to work for absolutely everything. Now, one thing that I'm going to mention lastly is this right here, an observer. Some of you might be wondering exactly why I'm using redstone mechanics instead of just simply using an observer, because an observer will in fact detect redstone updates. And for those of you who are thinking that, you are actually absolutely right. You would be right in thinking that it would end up doing that. However, if you adjust the repeater timings just right, you're going to end up having a problem where it's going to end up pulsing twice, and that's something you might not want to have happen in the first place. And also, if you were to have, I'm pretty sure this is going to be most of you, but if this piece of dirt is going to be what you activated, it's around grass blocks, this observer is going to recognize when the grass spreads to this piece of dirt, and it's going to activate again. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't want it to activate randomly, so if you simply have it hooked up to the redstone torch and the redstone repeaters, then you're going to end up avoiding that altogether. And plus, it only ever activates once, whereas the observer, you run the risk of it running twice. And I'm pretty sure that's something that you really don't want to have happen. Now, there will be a world download in the description if you guys want to go ahead and check this out for yourself, but that's actually going to have to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. One more, make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCP0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Sues. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.